What if death is not the end, but a doorway to rebirth? This is the evidence for reincarnation. Do you believe?
I was a pilot. I remember the plane crash. He described the crash site perfectly. I lived in a castle. I had a horse.
And you knew its name?
I remember being a soldier.
I was a woman in 19th century France.
Physical evidence can persist.
I remember being a pilot.
I saw the crash. His memories were verified. The pilot and crash were real. And
have you ever had vague memories of something that hasn't happened in your life? Or have you ever went somewhere for the first time thinking, man, I've been here before? Is it possible you experience some of these things in another lifetime? Okay, guys, welcome back to the Bantering Boneheads, where today's conversation is about reincarnation.
This is a boneheaded discussion already. I can tell it.
Let me just say this right up front and get this out in the open. David and I are both Christian. Yes, we believe in Jesus, so I know this is going to be a controversial topic.
Yeah.
But, hey, why not? Let's go there.
To reiterate what I did last week, even though I'm a firm believer in the afterlife, I'm also very skeptical of different things.
Okay, let's start out like this.
Okay.
I remember being a kid watching this show one time called The Reincarnation of Peter Proud.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, it was, man, I was a kid, so I don't remember all the details of it, but I remember thinking, that's crazy. There's just no way. And then as I got older and, I've read the Bible, went to church many years, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, there's no way. No, this is not possible. And then I took God out of the box and I thought, man, there is a possibility of this. And I know we're probably going to catch flack, and that's okay. Man, you don't have to agree. This is just conversation, but I think it's possible.
Do you?
I do. I really do. You want to say anything?
Well, yeah. Let's start it off with a question. Why do you think it's possible?
Why not?
Yeah, there's a great answer. Your boss comes up to you, Tony, why'd you do this? Why not?
I mean, kind of back to the NDEs. A lot of people talk about planning their lives. A lot of people talked about having multiple lives. And like I said, for years I thought there ain't no way. But, the more I got to thinking about it, I'm like, there is a way. We both, and we're not going to name any names, okay? Mm-hmm. We got a few real stories here that we're leaving names out because, quite frankly, a lot of them are Christian, mm-hmm. and they're going to catch flack, So we're not going to say names. We're just going to talk about some of the things that we've had discussions about with these people.
Okay.
You good with that?
I'm good with that.
Now, we both know a certain person
that
has vivid memories of a past life. And we had a phone conversation with them.
Yeah.
And it was pretty...
Yeah, we actually done a little bit of homework before we decided to do this one.
Yeah, we've done a lot of homework. This is not fly by the seat of your pants, but it kind of is. But, this person, a lot of times you'll hear stories of reincarnation and this person is going to be like, well, I was Hitler or I was... somebody famous. But the bulk of them that I've looked into was just everyday normal people. Well, nobody famous.
Right.
But I've watched many videos on it. I've watched many the word's not in my head right now of people sitting down, getting hypnotized and experiencing, things.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember watching videos of kids that had these memories and stuff when they were younger, and they would have names, they would have, time frames, and parents were literally able to track down and pinpoint an exact person and talk to these people's family, and it was spot on. Like the conversation me and you had with that person, a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
There's no way to prove it, but this person wasn't a well-known person in time,
Right.
but knew somebody that was.
This person, we're going to call him Joshua.
Joshua. Okay, Joshua.
Josephus.
Joshua. You want to talk more about, you want to tell it?
No, go ahead. You're doing a great job.
Okay. So in a past life, Joshua knew Billy the Kid. Wasn't Billy the Kid, was nobody that you would ever see in a history book or anything like that, but has vivid memories and has told us details of things that, years ago wasn't known, but here recently has been starting to become known.
Yeah, give you an example.
Like Billy the Kid holding a gun a certain way, and it makes him, I can't remember, it made him look like he was left-handed maybe. Mm-hmm. But in reality, he was right-handed, and they're just now starting to realize that picture that was taken was off of a reflection, a 10 or something. I don't really understand it, but it's reversed. And, things like that. And, it's just fascinating. And Joshua's child has memories of another life as well. These guys are Christians, man. Believe in Jesus 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Absolutely.
We're not going to go into any more detail about that because I don't want to give away who it is.
Right.
Well, not that they would know, but, some people might that watch this. But it's fascinating. Really fascinating. And, why you would have to live multiple lives or whatever, I don't know. But I'm just saying it's not out, in my opinion, it's not out of the realm of possibility.
Well, let's dissect it.
Dissect. Okay.
Let's dissect it. Now, first of all, we discussed in last week's episode that the first thing that I do is go to the Bible and then either prove or disprove. And if you can't do either, you've got to open it up to the realm of possibility. Then you go to science. Okay? Unfortunately, something like this, science cannot. There's just no way. So let's break this down. And I acknowledge that some of this might be taken out of context. But biblically, okay, if we take, let's just use the King James Version, for example. Okay, that was
what we were raised on.
1611. Thank you. My brain. Okay, so do you believe that the Bible means the same thing today as it did back in 1611?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. Since 1611, what? Just give me three things that didn't exist in 1611 that does now.
That didn't exist?
Yeah.
There's all kinds of things. Cars,
airplanes, refrigerators, air conditioning. You can go on.
Yeah.
Technology.
Yeah.
Okay. But yet the Bible still says the same thing. There's nothing new under the sun.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was without form and void and all this other stuff. And then he created man. See, man was lonely. He created Eve out of the rib of Adam. And the first thing that he told Adam and Eve to do was what? To replenish the earth. Now, first of all, how can you redo anything that has never been done?
True. I don't want to get into some really deep biblical discussion here.
Right.
But we could, and this would be hours long.
Yeah, we don't want to do that.
No, we don't want to do that. But I don't see anything in the Bible that says it's not possible.
I don't see anywhere that says it is.
Yeah.
Okay, now, personally, going back to what we said in the last episode, I'm very skeptical. I don't necessarily believe in reincarnation. Okay, but I cannot disprove it.
Yeah. What about that other guy?
Doug?
Yeah, we'll call him Doug.
Doug.
You want to tell that one?
Okay, so...
Now, this is people we've talked to, man. People we know.
Yeah, people we personally know.
Yeah, yeah.
It starts out, well, first of all, he got my attention by telling me that he remembered his birth. I was like, what? But he vividly described being in the womb, okay, how he was floating around, and slowly but surely he lost room to move and couldn't hardly stretch out anymore. Mm-hmm. And the only thing he saw was color, which was red and black. Okay, red, when light is hitting the belly of the mother, okay, that would...
Yeah, like when you shine a flashlight through your hand.
Through your hand, that would be the red glow. And then black, obviously, there's no light. Okay. So he told me that he remembered the canal and all this other stuff, which was weird, and then remembered his first breath. Now, he described it as being extremely painful because of, first of all, he had never breathed before, and that first initial shock of air going in, think of a tingling burn. Mm-hmm. And remembers getting swatted on the butt to make him breathe and all this other stuff, and was in pain and all this. Remembers the nursery. And then, after years of thinking about this, he decided one day to ask his mom. Said, "Mom, the first time they brought me to you, you had an odor, didn't you?" And he said her face went pale and said that she had been running a fever. They had just rubbed her down with alcohol to bring the fever down.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Yeah. But what was the weirdest, first of all, that was confirmation that he actually remembered what he remembered. Mm-hmm. The crib and all. It goes into a little bit more than that. But what was intriguing to me is he said he remembered standing on a cliff in a peaceful paradise and hearing a booming voice tell an angel that it was time for him to go, that he had to make a decision where he was going. And he said he remembered being sucked into this house somewhere in Alabama with the red clay mud and all this. The spirit of him being sucked into a house with a rip screen and something else. I don't remember it all. Mm-hmm. But that's life before life.
Yeah.
I mean,
I tell you, it gives me cold chills, dude. I have heard stories upon stories about stuff like this, man, where I used to think, no way. But now I'm like, yeah, it's possible. I think it's possible.
But see, this, you remember me telling you the story and Uncle Jimmy confirming
The UFO thing?
the UFO.
Yeah, yeah.
I have seen a UFO, but I don't believe in UFOs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. It's going to have to come up and smack you in the face real hard, ain't it?
It's something. It's going to
Yeah.
have to do something for me to be a believer.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the, like with the NDEs and the reincarnation, I've watched hundreds of videos on stuff like that, man, especially like the younger children that start remembering things. A lot of them have night terrors, and they remember dying violently, I wonder, if it is possible, and I really think it is, what would be the purpose
You mean
in having to do multiple lives or choosing to or whatever the case may be?
I don't know. That's a great thought. Why don't you guys leave a comment below and let us know your thoughts on this?
Yeah. I mean, I've always been intrigued about this stuff.
Obviously, me and Tony are very simple-minded, and he's probably smarter than I am, but I will never
right.
admit that. Oh, wait a minute. It's recorded now, isn't it?
We got proof.
But I mean, we're very simplistic, and more minds together, I think, would
Oh, yeah.
help break the.
Hey, man, it makes good conversation.
It does.
It really, really does. And we have had many conversations about this.
We really have, and I'm still just as skeptical.
And I'm
Now, I will say this. I admit, is admit the right word? Yeah, I acknowledge the possibilities. Mm-hmm. Okay, and it's extremely intriguing. But separating fact from fantasy,
yeah.
but how do you know which one it is?
I don't know. I'm just saying, I used to think it couldn't be possible, and now I'm not so sure. We'll just leave it at that.
Like I say, the Bible neither proves nor disproves it. If anything, it gives evidence. Now, there is one scripture in there that says that it's appointed unto man once to die, but after this, the judgment.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, I think it means what it says. What it says, it means what it means. But does that mean it's appointed unto man at least one time to die?
I got a whole different take on that. And that would be going down that'd be a whole nother show. That's all I got to say. I don't even want to get into that one right now because we're already almost 18 minutes into this one.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. It's good conversation.
It
At
is
least
good
I think so.
conversation.
Hey, if you stayed around to the end, like I say, be sure to leave us a comment below on your thoughts.
Please do. I mean, hey, whether you're for it or against it or have no, if you just don't know, let us know what you think.
Yeah, maybe we'll put a poll out. Do you believe in reincarnation? Yes or no?
Maybe. Could.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Now be sure to like and subscribe. If you have anyone else that would be interested in this, by all means, be sure to share it. It'll help a small channel like us to grow, and we appreciate it.
Yeah, and stay tuned for next week. I think we're going to be talking about Simpson predictions.
Oh, Lord.
So with that,
Wherever you go,
whatever you do, stay bona fide.